Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Legend of Zelda Marathon with A Link to the Past and such. I'm Scored Diesel, and as always, I'm here with my good friend
Bonnie, also known as Teapot7. Wait, Bonnie, also known as Teapot7. Hey folks, welcome back.
oh my god, it's Barney? Like, you mean like, you mean like the ripoff of like a Fozzie Fozbear? I've always loved that guy. But yeah, welcome back everyone to the Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past and such. Last time that we left off in terms of the session and everything, we completed up the Light World and pretty much like, pretty much also completed the very first palace or dungeon of the new Dark World and everything. Basically we rescued one out of the 6 daughters and everything from the wise man and such, now trapped in Crystal. And Zelda's also another one that's also trapped in Crystal as well too. We learned that basically she's being held prisoner at a place called Turtle Rock, right near where Death Mountain is and everything. So pretty much we won't be rescuing her for a very, very long while and everything. But for the rest of the maze and everything, pretty much the goal for this stream, or at least for this session and everything, is that pretty much we're going to go right ahead and see if we can complete not only the Swamp Palace and everything, but also Skull Woods and such. And depending on how much time we have left and everything, we might be able to squeeze in one more dungeon as well too. But just in case if not, we can always save that for next session as well too. So, alrighty, and basically, actually, alright, let's go ahead and at least start the gameplay. That way you guys can also know where we also last left off. So let's start from the mountain cave real quick.
Let's start where we left off, exactly.
Yep, and basically, alright, so last time we also left off as well too. Pretty much I got some more heart pieces and everything. These are all the heart pieces that, like, you could get as of right now and everything before you get to the next palace. We also went and got some items as well, too. I got the cape and everything. We got the flute and such. And basically, before we also go ahead and head off to the next palace and everything, there's at least 2 more items that you could get from the overworld, which we are going to get right now. But first, like, let's go ahead and have this old man heal up Theodore. And we should all be good to go. So, alright, so for this next item that we're going to get and everything, we're going to need to pay a little visit to the Dark World and such. And honestly, it's a good idea that at the very least you should be able to, like, make your way over to where, to where Death Mountain is, right over here. Because basically this will make for a very fast travel to, like, get to the next place that you need to go and everything. So basically we have one item and such, aka the cape, in which to, like, you know, whenever you put it on, basically you're going to be invisible. And with that invisibility, you should be able to, like, make it through, make it through. Or at least, like, to where, like, you know, the enemies and everything and some obstacles won't be able to hurt you that much anymore. Is basically what I'm trying to get at and such. This next item we're going to get is basically the same thing as well too. It acts as like a little, like, protection shield around you and everything. And basically when you use it and such, again, enemies won't be able to hurt you for a while, as long as you have, like, you know, a good enough amount of magic left to you. So the place that we need to go is right down here. And basically here's where we can put that cape into use and such. Before we do that, it didn't show us off last time, but basically, yes, it's also what you can use a hammer for. So if you remember those guys back in the Dark Palace and such, you can also hit them with a hammer as well too. Now this is what you're gonna want to use your cape for, because as soon as you put it on, and you should be good to go. And alright, try to make it dash as fast as you can and such, because like I said, you know, the cape, like. Yeah, because sooner or later the cape will run out and such, like right now and such. But here we get another item right here, the Cane of Bara. And basically, once you swing and everything, the Arena of Light will protect you. And this is another one to where, like, as soon as you use it and such, then basically your magic meter is basically going to be used up. So, alright, so for this one I'm going to go ahead and refill my magic. And actually, yeah, let me show you, let me see, does it actually work? Yeah, it does, alright. So basically, like, yeah, this cane also works the same way as it did with the magic cape and such. So basically, it doesn't really matter too much what you want to use and everything. You can use either the cane or the cape, but basically they work the same way and such. They're just basically going to protect you and everything from enemies or spikes or anything that might, or anything that's going to put you in harm's way and such. Alright, so for this next one, let's see. Actually, before we do anything, let me go ahead and use this and get another, like, magic potion as well, too, because we're never going to be needing it. Alright. Alright, and then after that, let's see, Make for another fast travel, and let's get one more item as well before we go ahead and do the next palace and such. Actually, for this one, yeah, we're gonna want to go over here, and this is another one where we're gonna need to use Dark World for a little bit. Make sure you get the hammer ready too. Alright, here's another, basically here's another magical orb that we can take. Here we are, back to the Dark World. Now be careful with that flower, because basically that flower is just basically that flower is a Link to the Past version of the like and such. However, I would say it's an even worse version of the like and such, because that flower comes very close to you and everything. Then basically as soon as it opens its mouth, basically its tongue will come out. Basically its tongue will start coming out and everything. And once it uses that tongue, as soon as it latches onto you, it can take any kind of item that you got with you and everything at your disposal. And even your shield, it can definitely get your shield if it wanted to and such. Now thankfully I do believe that, like, basically if it does hit your shield, as long as you're able to attack it and such, you should be able to get it back. But basically, like I said, that flower is just basically the worst version of the likes and such. So, alright, we got another tablet right here.
Oh, man.
Yeah, basically. And basically, no doubt, like, you know, it's probably gonna happen at least maybe, like, once or twice, like, unintentional, to where, basically, I'll show you what I mean by, like, that flower being the worst version of the likes and such. Anyway, alright, so, oh, that'd be a magic shard, and you will get the magic of bombs. Wait, I guess bombs? Hell yeah. We'll blow shit up. Yeah, burn, vulture! I'm in the middle for turkey tonight. So, alright, so basically this is your last medallion of the game, the Bomb Bowls medallion. Magic makes the ground explode with power, and again, it's another one where you gotta watch your magic meter as well. Alright, we got all the items that we need to get from the overworld, so let's go ahead and take care of another palace and such, aka the swamp palace and such. And this dungeon is actually very interesting in terms of, like, basically with this gimmick and such, which I'll show you what I mean. So basically, the swamp palace is basically right where that place in the light world where we got the heart container from is located. So this is the next palace right here. And as you can see, it's empty. Kind of makes you feel like that something should be in here, but isn't. And just in case if you think you can get out that ladder, we cannot. So the only place you can go into right now is here, and we have another hint and such. So let's see what this fella has to say. Theodore, this is I, Shasharala. Objects exist simultaneously in both worlds with similar shapes. If the form of the thing changes, it will affect the shape of its twin in the other world. So basically what he says right here is that in order for you to progress through this dungeon, you're going to need to do something to the light world first, within this exact same building. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Alright, so here's the same place in the light world. And Theodore? Yes? You're gonna have to open the Panama Canal again. Alright, fine. Alright, before you do that though, grab yourself a fairy. Ah, hot dog. Alright, here we go. Alright, there. Aegis. You guys need to hire a god or something for this place, seriously. Alright, so you notice how in the light world, like, the water is all gone? Well, if you go back to the dark world, it's all gone as well too. And not only is the water all gone, This place is now flooded. So this is the only way you have in order for you to progress through this dungeon. So basically, welcome to The Legend of Zelda's first time with dealing with an actual water palace in this game.
I mean, the idea is awesome.
It is, like, pretty much I will at least, like, you know, give the creators credit in that, like, pretty much, like, yeah, they really do, like, pretty much utilize the, pretty much, like, yeah, the simultaneous feel that, like, both the, light world and the dark world really do possess to each other and everything. It's a cool idea, I will admit. Alright. So, alright, we need to find ourselves a key, which should be down at the bottom. Here it is. Alright. So, let's go ahead and take care of this. And pretty much like I said with the jellyfish, just make sure they're not, like, you know, they don't have their electricities on, and you should be able to get them just fine. And don't even bother with that little fire snake and everything. You really can't do anything to it for the time being.
So that's one of those enemies you can safely ignore.
Pretty much, yes. And pretty much, so yeah, alright, so pretty much this is the gimmick, of the Swamp Palace and everything. There are gonna be certain sections and everything to where, like, you're gonna need to fill the place up with water and such. Now, thankfully, you do not have to keep on going, like, back and forth to the light world and everything just to make that happen. A switch over there, as you can see, that's your ticket as to, like, how you can basically activate the water in this palace and such. So in this case, all we have to do is go over here to the other side, start pushing, and okay, actually before I do anything else, I do need to go back. Because I almost forgot about that treasure chest over there. But basically, like, yeah, that's your main gimmick for this palace and such. Just keep on trying to find, like, you know, switches to where you can activate the water, and sooner or later you'll be able to progress. Alright, let's go back over here. Okay, so I gotta use one. Alright, now I believe for this one, oh, we got some new enemies. Alright, so basically I like to think of those as, like, you know, this game's version of the Hershey Kisses, or the Zells as they're known. Anyway, we got the map. So as we can see right here, we got two basement floors and one regular floor. And it's something I just noticed too, like, I'm watching my old Let's Plays and everything. But it pretty much, if you notice the level 2 and everything, basically, yeah, the game also lets you know, like, you know, just how, like, what kind of difficulty these dungeons are going in and everything. So pretty much just in case if you either forgot, like, what number palace this is or how difficult the palace is, then basically just take a look at your map. And the map will let you know, like, you know, what kind of level, like, this dungeon is. Kind of similar to, like, how they did it with the first Legend of Zelda game, which is nice. Alright, so now that we got the map, we can go right ahead and continue on. Let's see. Whoop. Oh, there's a heart. Alright. Alright, onwards. Alright, let's go into this room first. We're gonna need to do a little turnaround. Alright, so now we push this block. And here we go, we also got our compass. So today's boss is located up on the basement floor. Which is right where we are right now, but we're not gonna be able to get to it just yet. Still got some other things we need to do first. Alright, so we got another spot with bait. So we got another spot with the water. I think I know how I can get over there actually. Let's go. Yeah, let's do some more backtracking real quick.
No, I'm still kind of in shock at that Mario Party stream that we did.
Me too. Okay, honestly, me too, actually, and everything. Like, pretty much for those that have not seen, like, you know, the Mario Party stream that, like, me and Barney did, like, you know, a few days ago and everything. Fret not, because coming up pretty soon and everything. And, okay, actually, I think that's probably where the key would have been. I can't really change back. Alright. I think we should be okay, but just in case if not, then I know what I can, I know what I could actually do. Basically, like, yeah, so basically for those that, might have missed the, Mario Party stream that, like, Barney and I did and everything, like, a few days ago and everything, fret not, because coming up this week, especially this, like, Wednesday here and everything, you guys will be able to see, like, just how fast, like, you know, you can actually complete a dual board and everything, like, basically not just, like, with some luck and everything, but basically, like, you know, how kind of game wants to treat you on that certain day.
We basically walloped, you know who.
We did. We basically did and such. And, pretty much, like, you know, it's one of those moments and everything to where, like, you know, I don't think, like, you know, it's ever gonna happen again, no matter what.
No, not at all. And especially the board that came afterwards, like, you know.
Yes.
Had I not won that card mini game, it would have been game over for me.
Pretty much, like, honestly, like, you know, either would have been game over at the very least, like, you know, you probably would have come at the very least, like, second or third at the very least and such. But pretty much, like, yeah, because of that card mini game you can have and everything, especially with, like, how much money was on the line during that card mini game, it really helped you out big time.
It helped me out, and I won.
He did. He pretty much did. So, like I said, for those that are wondering, like, pretty much what happened during that Mario Party stream, like I said, fret not and everything, those parts will be coming up very soon, this week and such.
There was no Mario, which surprised me.
Honestly, it was a little surprising as well, too. But at the same time, like, it was definitely a nice change of pace to know that, like, to know that pretty much, like, you know, not every single board is going to feature Mario and such, like, just in case if even the game's getting a little sick and tired of having Mario, being featured on the screen and such.
Well, to me, it's honestly a shame because, you know, I want idiotic Mario.
I know. Well, fret not, I'm sure I'll be making an appearance some way, sometime soon. I'm always in your heart. As cheesy as it sounds. Okay, before we do anything else, I do actually have to, yeah. Yeah, I do actually have to change that back. Okay, now we should be good to go to continue. Okay. I will say, like, pretty much for, you know, this being, like, the very first, like, actual water palace and everything for the Legend of Zelda and everything. The swimming in here, pretty much not only just the swimming and everything, but the labyrinth for this one actually does make for a very nice, you know, first time and everything, for this being, like I said, the very first water level and such. Now, I have heard that, like, you know, the water temple from, like, Ocarina of Time and everything is very much, like, either challenging or sometimes one of those, like, you know, frustrating type of challenge and such. So I'm very interested to see, like, how I'm gonna do with the water palace and everything whenever I get to, like, you know, my own Ocarina of Time LP and such. And this place also gives you lots of rubies, too. And alright, we got the big key. So basically, alright, now we can go on ahead and check out what today's dungeon item is.
Give it back to me!
No! I ain't gonna give it back! Oh yeah, pretty much I forgot, but pretty much if you want, like, you know, if you tap on the B button and everything, then pretty much, like, yeah, you can also make Link swim a little bit faster as well, too. I almost forgot to mention that. Alright, so here we are. Let's go ahead and take a look at this big chest. After I get this 5 rupees and such, can't let money go to waste. Right, today, we have buying the hook shot. So basically it extends and collects and Boing can grapple many things, which technically is true, but the only thing that like the hookshot can really grapple is something solid like these skulls right here. So pretty much as long as you aim yourself and able to like shoot it far enough to one of these skulls, then pretty much like you should be able to get to the other side just fine. And that's the same thing with the chest as well too. If you're able to at least like grab onto a chest or a statue and such, then pretty much you should be good to go and such. And over here we got ourselves another key. Alright, so basically now that we got the item out of the way, the only thing we got left is just to continue on. Okay. I believe there's some goodies. Alright, this is another one. We're gonna have to push the statue. And at least going on over here, there's some stuff that you can actually get. It's not really all too important and everything, but pretty much if there's anything here that basically you want to get and everything, it's a good idea to at least like grab some while you can and such. I do have another fairy, so just in case if I die, I should be okay. Nope. Alright. I got another fairy. We should be okay. Basically, if we go over here, alright, so there's none of water. So now this time, instead of like wasting the water, we gotta drain it. Okay. Let's see. Let's go over here first. Whoop. I got a heart. Alright. Alright, so now we go over here. There we go. The water's now drained. Ah, I see. So this is how you people drain your showers back in the day. Very interesting. Pretty much I'll have to report my findings back whenever I have to report my findings back when, oh wait, yeah, that's right, I'm dead. Dang it. Right, over here, you get some more rubies, and another rubies. Alright. Charge! Alright, now I believe that, like, if you push one of these blocks, this one right here, you get some more rubies for your trouble. And basically, alright, if you guys remember that little trick in the first Legend of Zelda game, welcome to this waterfall. There you go. There's some stuff over there. Let me go back over there real quick. So, down here. Rupees. Rupee. And some fish. So that's all you get from this room and such. Alright, let's go ahead and continue on. Art and art. Alright, now usually in this part right here, after I kill these elves. Easy, everybody. Alright, so pretty much this part right here, I like to use the cane right here because, unfortunately, like, when you're in the water, you really can't, like, use your sword or do anything and such. So, pretty much, like, no matter what, you're gonna be at the mercy of these enemies and such. So, I find it a lot more easier to just use the cane and everything for protection and such. And, basically, yeah, once you make it... Actually, I do need to go over here. Alright. So, once you make it over here... Stand aside. I should be able to get more magic for this as well, too. Like that. And right over there, that's where the boss is located. Let me take a look at the map. Did I actually show off everything? I did. Okay. So we're good to go. So let's get these last 2 hearts, and we're good to go. So here's the king. Alrighty. Now for this boss battle, get out your hook shot. Because we have a jellyfish kinda cotton candy-like monster right here and such. So basically the gimmick with this boss and everything is that you want to basically take care of his little cotton balls first and such. So what you want to do is that use a hook shot to pull the cotton balls away. And then as soon as you pull it away from the jellyfish, all you really have to do is just like swing your sword onto the cotton balls and you should be good to go. Now just make sure that like when you pull the cotton balls towards you and everything that they're not too close to you. Because if they are too close to you, then they will actually do some damage to you. Nothing too much, but still something to keep in mind and such. So basically, like in a way, like this boss fight kind of reminds me a little bit, yeah, like that. Basically, like this boss fight kind of reminds me a little bit of like Patra in a way. Just a way that like, yeah, as soon as like this boss is getting ready to like. Pretty much like, yeah, form his little cotton balls into a circle and everything, and pretty much, much like Patra and such, all you gotta do is make sure you're standing out of the way, and then pretty much, yeah, just make sure you're standing out of the way and everything, and you should be just fine. You won't be able to take too much damage. But as soon as the cotton balls are out of the way, pretty much, what you want to do, as you see right here and such, you want, pretty much like, yeah, this jellyfish is gonna start like, pretty much like swimming around and around and everything. And you want to make sure that as soon as he gets like close enough to you, swing your sword, do some damage, and just make sure that like, yeah, you're standing out of the way before he decides to do a little belly flop towards you. Alright. Just a few more slashes. I think this should be the last one. Yep, there you are. All done. Another heart container, and I got it. So here's an X crystal.
Got him.
Yep, we got him. And honestly, like, yeah, like, pretty much like right next to the Triceratops and everything. Pretty much like, yeah, I would classify that jellyfish as being one of my favorite bosses and such in this game and everything. Alright, pretty much, go ahead, Barney. You could, go ahead, Barney. You could be the daughters and such if you want.
I was the daughters beforehand, so here we go.
Alright, here you go.
Let me think of a voice, because I want to be different. Let's see.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Theodore, because of you, I can't escape from the clutches of the evil monsters. Thank you.
It's nothing, my lady. Actually, like, how are you able to get out of the crystal? I kind of wonder. Doesn't that kind of, like, hurt your body and such? Like, is it made of glass or something?
I don't know. The Triforce will grant the wishes of whoever touches it, as long as that person lives. That is why it was hidden in the Golden Land. Only a select few knew of its location. But at some point, that knowledge was lost.
Oh, yeah. Basically said the person that basically discovered the Golden Land was Ganon Taft, the evil thief.
The Golden Lamb was Ganondorf, the evil thief. Luckily, he couldn't figure out how to return to the light world. Well, remember that you have magical powers. You have magical powers, which only the hero can make the most of. There are other magical warping points, like the one you saw on Death Mountain. By using them, you can go between the two worlds and find the evils hidden in the Dark World.
Yeah, so basically, like, any of those warp pipes that you saw hidden in, like, the Green Rocks or anywhere else, there's basically those are your only ways to, like, get into the Dark World and such. You can't get to the Dark World through your mirror, but you can return to the Light World at any point from the Dark World by using your magic mirror and such.
You are the only one who can destroy Ganondorf, the thief no Ganon, the evil of darkness. Do you understand?
Yeah, sure, I guess so. I mean, yeah, they're her evil and such, so don't worry, my lady, I'll save you guys.
May the way of the hero lead to the Triforce.
Right?